this is Jeff from Studio 41 Gaming, and we're finally wrapping up these Pokemon reviews as we're heading into Gen 6. Now, I am telling you now, obviously I will review Pokemon Sun and Moon when those come out, but for now, we're talking about the 6th generation. A generation that I've now looked at after this 3 times for all of you keeping track at home. But let's get right into this with one of the things that I actually did say I liked at one point, and that is Mega Evolutions. Now, since Pokemon Oris has come out, Mega Evolutions have been completely and totally flipped on their freaking heads. Now, the more I thought about them, the more I really didn't like them before, but nowadays they are just so freaking... It's so dumb how they've been implemented. They give Mega Evolutions to Pokemon that don't need them, like Garchomp or every starter ever. And they also give them the Legendaries, so it doesn't make any sense as to how... Why would you give a Legendary a Mega Evolution? You're making an already really strong Pokemon even stronger because, oh, it will look cool, leet. But it's so bad how they've been implemented that... Obviously, I think they needed to be taken out or completely redone, which thankfully is what's being done in Pokemon Gen 7 so far with the implementation of Z moves. Mega Evolutions also make these games really freaking easy. Now, these games, X and Y, they're already freaking easy as crap. Especially with the new XP share that absolutely snaps these games in two since it gives XP to every Pokemon in your party. Seriously, I beat Pokemon Y in my first playthrough, I am not joking, in about 9 or 10 hours. If you don't nerf yourself by not using the XP share, you will blow through these games like no other. It's absolutely insane how bad the XP share has been done. And Mega Evolutions only make the game easier. Oh, and you get 2 starters because you get a Kanto starter after you get your Kalos starter. The story is overall pretty freaking mediocre as well. Lysander is leading Team Flare, and basically, he's just trying to commit genocide because reasons. He never gives a solid reason other than, oh, this world is bad, let's start over. He basically just wants to kill everyone because he wants to basically kill everyone. Now that does work, obviously that's like what the Joker does in Batman, but it's just wrong in a Pokemon game that basically some men just want to watch the world burn. I guess maybe that's why their name is Team Flare. But Team Flare overall is just moronic. Every time they do that stupid freaking F thing at the beginning of every battle, I feel my brain cells committing suicide. But the villains overall are just so bad. They aren't self-aware at all, so it just makes them come off as even bigger idiots. At least Team Galactic in Gen 4 was self-aware that they were useless idiots. But in Gen 6, they actually try and be cool, but they're just useless idiots. Az is definitely the highlight of the story since his arc is way more interesting than Lysander. Basically, Az was the king of Kalos 3,000 years ago, and brought his Pokemon back to life by using the ultimate weapon. But his Pokemon then left him because he basically committed genocide and ending a war by using the ultimate weapon, which is powered by Pokemon. So his Pokemon left him, and he's basically wandering all through Kalos trying to find it. The only problem is, though, is that, well... his Pokemon is disgusted that he basically committed genocide, so it doesn't reveal itself until you battle him after the main story's already over and you become champion. Obviously, you wipe the floor with him. He can actually win, but the same thing happens, but his Pokemon are so underleveled compared to yours, it's not even funny. But then his Pokemon reunites with him, and it's actually kind of a cool ending. The new Pokemon in general are pretty meh. There's nothing that's actually, I would say, awesome. The one that doesn't make any sense to me, though, is the Pokemon by the name of Goomy. This thing is apparently a dragon. Yes, that blob is a dragon. Ugh. Charizard is pissed, I'm telling you. At least he does get a Mega Evolution that actually turns him into a dragon. But overall, this entire generation just feels very wasted and very fan servicey. I mean, it's an adventure that you can just blow through in like 9 or 10 hours with zero trouble if you use the XP share. The story is meh. The game constantly tries to make you feel like an immutable freaking badass. And of course you get a Kanto starter right at the freaking start, which basically is just Nintendo bowing down to every Gen 1 or ever. So as a result, it just feels very wasted, and it could have been so much more than what it is. It's definitely my least favorite generation nowadays, but at least I'm loving everything I'm seeing so far from Gen 7, so hopefully Game Freak will find a way to recapture the magic, since it really feels like they missed out big time on Gen 6. Well, that wraps it up for me, folks. We're finally done with the 6 generations of Pokemon. There are 4 months left, but believe me, I've got many more reviews that I'm planning on doing, including a really big one that's going to be coming out in the next couple weeks. Let's just say I did a Let's Play on one of the games in that franchise last year, so yeah, get ready for that. This is Jeff from Studio 41 Gaming. Thanks for watching.